No matter how much PR we do, no matter what our family name is and all, it doesn't matter.
In making is an attitude, मुझे ऐसा लगता है.
100%.
Because it's not only, yes, we all are in making, but it's an attitude to allow your mistakes, your humanness, your jealousies, or that side of you.
Ultimately, you will be judged by how people have a positive good perception of you, or then okay perception, or like bad perception.
And he said, I'm concerned.
Oops.
Oh wow. I'm like, sorry?
Life throws us all challenges. It's what we make of these opportunities that really sets us apart. So essentially, how much ever you learn, how much ever you've explored, there's always a little bit more for you to do, a different avenue for you to possibly explore. So essentially, how I like to see it is that we're all always in the making. And on my show today, two actors that I find an incredibly cool pairing that really is just waiting to happen. Gulshan Devaiah and Amruta Subhash.
Yay.
I am so excited that I get to pick both of your unique minds together on my show In the Making, presented by ZEE5.
We are also so excited to be with each other.
Yeah, we are really excited. Except that I disagree with one thing that you said. You said 2 actors. I usually count myself as 2. So that's 3 actors.
Oh yeah, because I have seen you in
Yeah, I specialize in double roles. Yeah.
He was exactly.
Plus, I'm a Gemini, so that's like.
He was 2 personalities, मतलब पूरा अलग-अलग. So I completely get what he's saying. That completely different
वो
personality.
स्कूल में वो किसी का बर्थडे होता था तो वो चॉकलेट लेके आता था मैं 2 उठा लेता था एक मेरे लिए दूसरा मेरे लिए
So we 3 of us, so we have 4 of us.
I love it. Okay. I love it. I like to sort of put my guests on the spot right at the start and ask you guys.
Okay.
When was the last time you did something for the first time?
Now a couple of hours ago actually. Yeah.
What did you do for the first time?
Oh, I have to say it. You may not like it. No, I'm joking. Actually, एक रेसिपी है जो जगू दादा, there is these Instagram reels of him. तो वो सिखा रहे हैं भोपड़ा बनेगा, भोपड़ा लेने का, जीरा लेने का, सौंफ लेने का, उसको तेल में डालने का. So and then वो भोपड़ा उसको हिलाने का नहीं, उसको ऐसे छोड़ने का, ऊपर से ढकने का और धीमी आंच पे पकाने का और भाकरी के साथ खाओ बेड़ो क्या. अच्छी नहीं लगी
आपने बनाया?
हाँ, तो I did that, except that I improvised it a little bit and I threw in a good measure of curry leaves and a little bit of onions.
And what's the verdict?
And salt. I haven't eaten it yet, so I'll eat it later.
Oh.
So I was teaching my cook how to make Jackie Sharof's bhopla. That doesn't sound right, but
You reply in the YouTube comments and tell us how it turned out.
And be honest about it.
No, it smelled really good. It smelled really
good,
good.
then
It looked really
That's
good.
the first.
So it's not his exact recipe, but I improvised a little bit. But that's that's what you have to do. You
Of
take
course.
something.
That's life. It's about reinventing constantly.
That's what we're talking about right now, isn't it?
When's the last time? What did you do?
This is a very nice question because some months back, or like 1 month back, I did my recent film, where for the first time I did action sequences.
Oh wow!
And action sequence मतलब ऐसे थे.
Sequences.
हाँ, sequences मतलब दीवार का मतलब
कितने एसएस में
सेसेस मतलब अरे यार कुछ बहुत डिफिकल्ट था मेरे लिए.
अच्छा.
बिकॉज आई वाज नॉट एक्सपेक्टिंग कि इतना कि मतलब प्लेट फेंक रहे हो तो आपको ये जो कैमरा है उसके ऊपर ही वो प्लेट ऐसे आके वो गिर के ऐसे गिरना चाहिए. लाइक ऑल दीज थिंग्स इन एक्शन सीक्वेंसेस आई हैव नेवर डन. एंड व्हेन आई डिड फाइट सीक्वेंसेस जिसमें दूसरे को लगना नहीं है. That was very scary.
वो तो लगना ही नहीं है.
हाँ,
कोई भी करे लगना नहीं है.
Exactly. मतलब you can't hurt. So I was very panicky, and the action director PK sir, he was amazing, and he was telling me, "Be calm. It's an action sequence. Be calm." So these 2 words were actually opposite, but they are. Now I realize that we have to more like calm when you're doing action sequences because.
Yeah.
क्यों? Why is that?
No, too much energy.
Too much because adrenal वैसे भी ऐसे अगर आप कर रहे हो ऐसे जा रहे हो तो it's you can hurt. No, and you can hurt the other person.
You can slip and it's too much energy. Sometimes वो body stiff हो जाती है तो punch थोड़ा stiff लगता है तो.
And you can get hurt. You can hurt the other person. So मेरा ऐसा था कि मुझे किसी को फेंक के कुछ मारना है. But I was happy, like I was praying to God कि उसको लगे ना. So I was doing that. यार ये हेवी है, कट ये हेवी है, मैं नहीं फेंक सकती इसको, लेकिन ये दूसरा लाओ यार, ये दूसरा लाओ. So like you have to be aware of this. You can't be just doing हाँ मेरा shot अच्छा होना चाहिए and I'm like just throwing things around. So that was very challenging and that was I did it for the first time.
Amazing. I can't wait to see it. I think you're going to be kick-ass.
Thank you.
Do you guys know each other?
We know each other. Yes, we know each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
What were your first impressions of each other?
My impression of myself is always very good.
Not your other self, her.
Just apart from two of you.
No, I'd
we are talking about the third one.
I'd heard of her, and then I can't remember, but I've seen her in some other stuff also, and she's a wonderful actor.
Yeah, I just want to say that we were supposed to start working on something again for the first time. So we're doing some clay art today, and
Yeah,
I know
clay
each
art.
of us have a different
Yeah.
mission. We're each making different things, and let's see how it turns out.
Yeah,
Yes.
we have different missions. This is a mission.
Tempting.
This mission you have to see in the Kannada accent. Mission means machine. So
अच्छा.
Acha, tell me, do you guys
I'm from
know?
Karnataka, no? So Kannada accent.
Represent.
Mission.
Me
So
too.
early बेड़ा कौन कौन बेड़ा?
हाँ?
ऐसे मेरा मैंने अस्तु नाम का फिल्म किया जिसने मैंने कन्नड़ बोला है, तो वो मैंने फाड़ दिया यहाँ पे.
क्या
थोड़ा सा.
है? दोबारा फाड़ो.
इरली बेड़ा कौन कौन बेड़ा?
Really, let it be.
नहीं
Sit down
आपने फाड़ ही
quietly.
दिया उसको.
हाँ. Acha,
so be it.
do you guys know each other
Yeah.
from before?
Yeah, we know each other from before.
So I had seen him in a film in which he played double role, and he was completely different from like तो मुझे बहुत ही कमाल का लगा था वो. And then when I met him, even we fall in love with him only. So
When did you guys meet?
we met at.
I met at Survin's.
party.
Yeah, Survin's.
You remember that?
I do remember it. Yeah.
I got his number from the director. I'm like, मुझे उसका नंबर चाहिए, ये इस आदमी का नंबर चाहिए. And then he gave me his number, and I remember him messaging that you were amazing, and he was
Thank
kind
you.
enough to send an answer to me.
Kind enough. वो time पे इतने messages नहीं आते थे, so I used to respond.
So
Now
yeah.
I may not be that kind because I don't have time to be kind.
Why?
Very busy. Yeah.
Kindness
So
requires
many
time?
messages.
अच्छा.
So many messages. How can I be kind to
But having
everybody?
said that,
I want
you
to be
know
kind
what?
to everybody. But
I really want to work with him. I've never worked
I'm telling
with
you,
him.
it's a pairing that's waiting to happen, and I hope
So
that we're
universe.
manifesting it
Correct.
here today.
So I want to thank you. The pairing in making.
In the
What is
making?
in making? In the making. This pairing is in the making. Directors, makers out there, please
Listen.
look at it. We are looking so amazing together, isn't
I
it?
agree 100%.
है ना? So I think,
This is your look test, guys.
yeah.
But how important is it as actors to sort of be aware of what your co-actor's process is in order for you to serve the scene best? Do you like to know in advance?
oh yeah, sure, yeah. Because sometimes, like maintaining composure for me is paramount.
Composure.
This is nothing to do with preparation for the part or anything like that, or experience. Like when you're experienced, you understand how a set works and all that. It's chaos all the time because people are screaming and people are shouting and all that. तो उसमें ना अपने composure को बनाए रखना, and I have very specifically used this word composure because when you're composed, you're also focused. Your heart rate is normal. So I think I am able to access all my preparation and remember how I have to interact with the space, और उसके साथ में मेरे impulses को भी मैं access कर सकता हूँ. तो फिर क्या होता है कि new things also, that spontaneity के लिए भी थोड़ा room बन जाता है. तो maintaining composure for me is paramount. If I'm not composed, I can't. I'll forget my lines, all of those things. And it is a chaotic, वो start stop ही होता है हर set पे. So कुछ लोग क्या कहते हैं, isolate कर लेते हैं अपने आप को. So that is their process. So I must be aware of their process कि हाँ इनके पास जाने का नहीं है.
That's what she's doing right now.
हाँ कि अगर ये if she's like that, so that's her process. I shouldn't step on the toes of her process. So it's like that. My way of doing it is I just like I'm cracking jokes, I'm singing songs, or anything that will keep me relaxed. If I'm relaxed, if I'm well prepared. If I'm not well prepared, then I'm thinking about the scene. I'll probably isolate myself. ऐसा होता है.
What about you, Amruta?
So I really need to be, as he was saying, in some way I need to be on the same space, in the same space. It could be that your process is different than mine, but एक वो connection, and not only with the co-actor, I need it with my director also. I always say that Apurva Singh Karki I worked for, Saas Bahu Achaar. So any director for that matter, मेरे एंटी ने उसके एंटी ने के साथ जुड़ने चाहिए, because even if he is saying cut, okay, I need to know whether it's really okay या फिर ऐसा ही वो बोल रहा है कि moving on, you know, because my next shot depends on that कि इसको सचमुच, because I'm dependent on my directors as well, even if I'm like, and each director has a different take, and that is what makes you grow in making, like what we are talking about. So that is important for me कि with director and with co-actor both of.
और नहीं होता है तो
हुआ है ऐसे, and then it's वो फिल्में सक्सेसफुल भी हुई है, बट फॉर मी इट हैज़ बीन हेल. या मतलब मैंने कुछ एंजॉय नहीं किया है, एंड देन इट्स सिकुड़ जाते, इट्स लाइक सफोकेटिंग ऐसा वाला. एंड समटाइम्स इट्स नॉट स्पोकन ऑल्सो, बट आई रिमेंबर इन सास बहु अचार ओनली, अनूप सोनी वॉज प्लेइंग माई हस्बैंड, एंड ही सच अ मतलब इतना
NSD.
हाँ,
He's an NSD.
यस, इवन आई एम फ्रॉम दिस. वो मेरे सीनियर है.
Sorry, yeah, of course. Yeah.
वो मेरे सीनियर है.
just
So-
by the way.
So there was a scene जिसमें ना मुझे फिजिकल वायलेंस, मतलब he hits me in one of the scenes, and मेरा क्या हो रहा था, मैं पहले ये कर रही थी because I was scared. I'm scared of hitting somebody on screen and getting hit also. There I was doing this in the scene, पहले ही हो रहा था. So एक दो बार हो गया, and then in one of the takes he just, मतलब ज़्यादा मुझे लगे भी ना, लेकिन थोड़ा सा शॉक भी हो जाऊँ मैं, इस तरह से उसने स्लैप किया, and I was like, and the reaction was so genuine. Now this we didn't discuss, but this was important what he did for me, and that got my genuine reaction. So this helps me a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're coming to your show on Z.
I think my burger bun is looking more like a pita bread, but that's okay.
That's okay.
Pita bread is
It's
good
what
too.
you always
I like that
intended.
structure. Like, you know, how did you do that? The color
It's a
thing.
top secret technique.
Okay.
Like you have to go to design school for
All
that.
right,
it's
thank you.
I didn't go to NSD, but I went to NIFT.
I know you are.
Yeah. And speaking of design school, I don't think enough people know that you have worked in the fashion world for nearly like a decade.
Even I didn't know.
8 years. But you can
Eight
say a
years
decade.
To be that's really cool. But I'm actually curious to know, when did the shift happen where you said to yourself कि अब कुछ नया करेंगे?
When I
Let
was
me
8 years
go
old.
to acting. No. How did the switch to acting
Oh, like
happen? Or
that.
was that
I
drive
was-
हमेशा था कि?
No. Drive तो नहीं था, but I was definitely. I think I had the aptitude or I had the inclination. I was really interested in acting. वो theatre करता था मैं, तो सीखा मैंने थिएटर से, मतलब क्राफ्ट क्या चीज़ है, क्या है, ड्रामा के बारे में, थिएटर के बारे में, एक्टिंग के बारे में बहुत कुछ सीखा. आई थिंक 2006 में आई थिंक पहली बार एहसास हुआ कि मैं कोशिश नहीं करूँगा तो मैं पछताऊँगा बाद में. I was making money and I was good at design also, so, and I was enjoying it also, but what I really wanted to do and had chosen for myself almost when I was 8 years old was that to be an actor, a professional actor.
Oh.
So, and I this is just a philosophical way of saying that we choose things for ourselves. This is a completely different subject. You know, some people believe in destiny, some people say choice, and I'm like, yeah, I chose this for myself, and I figured out how to get better at it, good at it, or like, you know, excellent at it, or how to go about it. I figured it out. So 2006, and then in 2008 I moved. So 2006 when I started to realize, confidence भी बढ़ गया था because I had been working in theatres from 2000 to 2006. So 6 साल में बहुत कुछ सीख लिया था. बहुत सारे shows किए थे जिसके लिए काफ़ी अच्छा response भी मिलने लगा था. It wasn't like कि first time I was on stage everybody was like, oh you are awesome. नहीं. It took some time. It took 4-5 years because I was learning, and then I was implementing all of those things that I was learning. So, and then I felt I'm confident. Ki I have something that I can offer to people if I move to Mumbai or, you know, try to be a professional actor. I grew up in the South, लेकिन सपने तो हमेशा हिंदी फिल्मों के ही देखे थे बचपन से, क्योंकि उसी माहौल में पला बड़ा मैं. वही संगीत चलता था घर में, मम्मी पापा गाते थे sort of amateur singers. So हिंदी गाने ही थे. Popular music was filmy songs and all that. Although we used to watch all kinds of film, but हिंदी फिल्मों के लिए खास लगाव था मेरे लिए. तो पैन इंडियन भी है थोड़ा हिंदी फिल्म, सब लोग देखते हैं. तो so that's when I decided 2006 में कि I have to try. But it took me 2 years to actually make the
big move.
The exodus.
And speaking of your work on ZEE5, Toranga, what really attracted you to this role? Because of course it is so layered and really interesting, but how did you find fans reacting to this performance as well?
What attracted me to it was, I think, the scope for it's a very performance oriented role. I think I thought I was very keen on exploring how I would interpret this particular character because वो दिखता he seems a certain way लेकिन वो है नहीं क्योंकि वो कहानी में वो सीजन 1 और सीजन 2 में बहुत अलग अलग है बिकॉज सीजन 2 में ऑडियंस को ऑलरेडी सच्चाई पता है लेकिन सीजन 1 में वो सच जान रहे हैं तो धीरे धीरे वो दैट इट रिवील्स इटसेल्फ and there is a duality to the character but is it really a duality or not, that's also questioned, like that you can't really is a sort of a character who seems like you can't really trust anything that this person does because he's plasticky, he also has a clinical condition because of which he does not feel any emotions, he can't show, so he learns how to sort of look happy, behave happy, seem sad, cry, all of these things he learns. मतलब YouTube वीडियो देख के ऐसे सीखता है. So I was very interested in exploring and interpreting this sort of a thing. It's a complex character and one tries to also prepare well and give enough time for pre-production so that it's more nuanced than what it seems. So I think वो performance oriented role कहते हैं ना तो मुझे लगा कि ये performance oriented role होगा. And then season 1 में वो प्रदीप सरकार भी थे director. So that was he was sadly not there with us anymore, but he was an absolute workaholic, man. He was I got along really well with him. He was funny. We used to like really joke. He was in ill health, but that's also another plus point, to work with somebody who's made some awesome films and.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and I got along well with Goldie also, who was who put this show together, and it just seemed like a good idea for me, the actor, and also for my career. I thought this would be a great move for my career as well. I would be lying if I didn't say that.
Yeah. And when did you sort of decide that you wanted to, just explore a new dimension with this character? And also, like, just as actors, talk to me a little bit about the importance of reinventing constantly.
मैंने बक बहुत कर दिया तुमको.
Women actors here. I was very nervous after a certain age. I was scared that I should not get slot in, in a particular kind of role. In fact, Dipti Naval had once told me, I was interviewing her for one of her books. She has written a book. So she said that she stopped acting after a certain age because she said I was not interested in doing the same role. So she started painting, reinventing again. So I was like, then what can I do? I used to think about that, but at that time I didn't know OTT would happen to India because I used to feel यार परदेश में in Hollywood Meryl Streep कितने भी साल की हो जाए, there will be roles written for her. Is it going to happen for an actor like me? Or like there are many actresses who are so amazing.
Yeah.
वो क्या करेंगे after a certain age? And I want to tell you something regarding this. Especially about Saas Bahu Achaar Private Limited. So there was this, I was doing supporting roles till this series came to me, and Suman is the protagonist of this. She's the central character, and afterwards I got to know that Aruna from TVF and Nimisha Pandey, ZEE5 head, so they had to fight for my name, and I'm really grateful to them that they helped me to break that slot. That नहीं ये तो supporting की है तो पता नहीं there are different slots.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. Well done, Nimisha. Well done.
Yeah, thank you for her.
Yes, I mean yes.
Thank you for giving you to us.
And sorry to whoever had a broken nose after the fight.
So yeah, but I want to say this because they have fought for me and they decided that no, ये हो पाएगा. There has to be someone who trusts you first. I mean, first.
Yeah.
So I'm grateful. It's not like I really want to say this from the bottom of my heart that I'm grateful that Aruna, TVF, ZEE5 and Nimisha, they all stood by my name, and that is how I could do this role, and I could break that slot of like nahi ye to supporting hi karegi. I mean, I've never looked at any role as a supporting or a main role, but still, you know what I mean.
In fact, your debut film in 2004, Shwas, was India's official entry to the Oscars, and it won a national award.
Yeah.
That is the highest praise across the world.
Yes.
I'm curious, Amruta, did you at that point in 2004 imagine that your career would pan out differently? Like, would you do anything differently in hindsight?
I mean, yes and no, because when I auditioned for Shwas, I didn't know that this film would do this, because I remember I was working with Gulzar Saab at that time after doing Shwas. He did Nirmala, Premchand's novel Nirmal, and I was playing Nirmal. And then I was about to enter his house when they called me and they're like, "What is your reaction?" I'm like, "What happened?" So Shwas won Swarna Kamal. I'm like, "What?" So they're like, "What is your reaction?" I'm like, "Wow, that's very." So I had not expected, frankly, कि ये ऐसा कुछ होगा जो श्वास का हुआ. And but at the same time, I'll tell you, मेरी नानी, my Nainihal is Rahmatpur, Satara Zilla, Satara district, Koregaon Tanka, whatever. So there, it's a small village called Rahmatpur, and my nanny started first library there, and she taught me to read good books. And I think that was the foundation for me to recognize good content. वहाँ से तो मुझे ये नहीं पता था कि मैं क्या करूँगी, but मुझे ये पता था कि the content had to be good.
Yeah. You know, but we all talk so much about OTT being a game changer for so many actors.
Yeah.
But I actually want to ask the two of you, because of course that's true in your case as well. What is the most tangible thing that OTT has done for each of your careers? And since you've been quiet, we will ask you first. Tangibly, how has it changed your life as an actor?
I think it definitely creates more opportunities for everybody, not only actors, for the entire industry. It also operates as a different business model, which I am sort of a student of the business. I'm learning, new things almost every day. So the theatrical business, the television business, they're very different. The theatrical business is cutthroat, is unforgiving.
Yeah.
It's the most difficult also, which is why success in a theatrical release is much higher. It's perceived as much higher because it's that much more difficult. So, but opportunities are limiting over there because, if you want to break out, if you want to, be in a spearhead a film or be a lead actor and something like that, how does that budget, a certain budget? It's generally tougher. So, what the series format did was that it gave us an opportunity to, it created more opportunities for people to work in long format.
Yeah.
So, which is not, it's technically like in the West probably it's called as television, but we refer to it as OTT. But it's pretty much the same. But here we do it to differentiate,
Daily
the television and then streaming. So. Because there is a difference in the type of stories, in the quality of filming, even the equipment used and all those things are different.
In scripts.
Yeah. So it definitely created more opportunities. So there is more work for all of us to do, which also means that it's more likely for you to get stuff that's more interesting to you more often. As she said, you need those opportunities. We all need opportunities, no? We need really opportunities. If you have to become, like how did Meryl Streep become Meryl Streep? Because she got some opportunities and she showed in those opportunities that she's really second to none. Like she's one of the greatest actors of all time.
Yeah.
Then it becomes a brand, no? Then Meryl Streep becomes a name that, Meryl Streep, it stands for some certain quality. Yeah. So, but without opportunities, we can't do that. No matter how much PR we do, no matter what our family name is and all, it doesn't matter. Ultimately, you will be judged by how do people have a positive good perception of you, or then okay perception, or like bad perception.
Does it in a sense make it easier then to say no because the next opportunity is not too far away?
Depends. If there is financial security, then easier. If there's no financial security and you have to, किसने भर रहे हैं तो फिर मुश्किल हो जाता है. Depends.
How's the burger coming along?
I think I'm quite satisfied with my pita bread burger.
That is excellent
and
work.
The texture of
design school is coming.
The texture of the thing also. Let me wear my glasses.
It's pretty incredible.
It's only one side. The other side is not well done though. That's okay. We'll just hide it. We'll just show it. Like I'd like to do like a half-open burger, which is like like that, and then like half-open like that.
मुझे अभी अचार बनाना है, बरनी अभी मेरा बन ही रहा है.
Oh yeah, I'm also a cook in Duranga. So.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, as in like I'm really good cook in Duranga. Yeah.
And in life?
I'm all right actually. I can't cook every day.
As long as
but
you have Jackie Shroff's recipes.
No. I have a lot of my own recipes also. धीरे-धीरे सबको पता चलेगा. मैं डालूँगा Instagram reels.
No, but right now.
अभी सब लोग डाल रहे हैं तो इसीलिए मैं ऐसे recipes से.
No, but what he said about money, like I know that because I also come from theatre. शुरुआत में तो ऐसा था कि यार money जितना मिलेगा ठीक है kind of a thing. And if you want to be very choosy about roles, then I had decided maybe यार बड़ा घर नहीं होगा इतने जल्दी नहीं होगा ये सब, लेकिन roles तो मुझे अच्छा चाहिए उस हिसाब से. I'm not saying कि but because of OTT and because of certain roles, I could have good money also. Yeah, I mean.
And the bada ghar.
And the bada ghar and the bada gadi. I mean, I'm not saying कि it sounds very कि क्या है यार, but sometimes you feel nice also, right? I mean, that was never our whatever priority, but now that we have got it, it's like good, yeah, you know. So I'm grateful.
You know, in the journey of higher pursuits, if you can gather some trivial pursuits also, such as like.
That's what I was saying.
What did you learn from Suman that stays with you even today? Because she was such a breakout character.
Yeah. So, you know what? I had always known to be ambitious and how to achieve, but I'm very weak at letting go. And Suman taught me that, and it's easier said than done. Yeah, because she was never ambitious to start with. उसके 2 बच्चे थे और उसकी जर्नी उसके पिताजी के रसोई से उसके हस्बैंड के रसोई तक की थी. I mean that's what she had wanted to be, like, you know, और कुछ नहीं चाहिए था. उसके बाद वही जब चला गया है, उसके बाद भी खुद को समेट के फिर वो सक्सेसफुल हो गई. बट शी डिडंट वांट दैट कि मुझे अपना खुद का अचार का बिजनेस चाहिए. शी नेवर वांटेड दैट. सो उसके बाद भी उसके पति को उसने जिस तरह से लेट गो किया ना, यू नो, द बिटरनेस. दैट्स व्हाई आई लाइक द लास्ट सीन व्हेन शी गिव्स दोस कीज बैक. यू नो, एक औरत के लिए घर का कीज.
हाँ, औरत के लिए घर के मैंने देखा नहीं.
No problem. It's okay.
No, she's telling as well.
Just give reaction shots.
I'm telling you the scene. सीन की एक औरत के लिए घर की चाबी इज नॉट ओनली घर की चाबी. वो घर उसने समेटा है, उसका रसोई का रसोई का हर चम्मच उसने समेटा है. मेरा वो चम्मच किधर गया, मेरा वो डिब्बा किधर गया. ना एक औरत जो सुमन जैसी है, तो उसके लिए वो चाबी रखना कि नाउ दिस इज योर्स, आई गिव इट टू यू. इट इज नॉट लाइक ओह माय गॉड टेक इट बैक. इट वाज नॉट. शी इज लाइक ऑल द बेस्ट. या all the best.
You let go easily?
Yeah, now I do much better than before. Yeah. ठीक है यार, it's a game of perceptions we are in. You win some, you lose some. So
yeah.
And you get it wrong sometimes. It's all right. As long as you are learning and you're trying to get better, थोड़ी मात्रा में सही, लेकिन better होते रहना है बस.
ये in making का जो है ना, वही we are coming back to that. पर ये मुझे हमेशा लगता है कि especially about your limitations, because about my jealousies, about my anger. कई बार ऐसे हुआ कि suppose you are asking me something and I don't want to do it, and मैंने थोड़ा सा झूठ बोल लिया आपसे कि नहीं उस दिन मैं शूट कर रही हूँ, whether I'm not shooting maybe on that day, and afterwards I'm like why did I lie, but वो है कुछ मेरा limited, कुछ है मेरा human limitations है. I'm in making. अगली बार ऐसा नहीं करूँगी, मैं बोलूँगी कि भाई नहीं कर सकती. So ये attitude भी जो है, in making is an attitude, मुझे ऐसे लगता है.
100%.
Because it's not only, yes, we all are in making, but it's an attitude to allow your mistakes, your humanness, your jealousies, or that side of you. Duranga, the other one. 2 रंग जो है कैसे दूसरा वाला रंग हम छुपा के सिर्फ अच्छा वाला ही रंग दिखाते हैं. We want to be perfect. So I think in making is letting go of your perfection also. And that's difficult. You always want to, because if you're perfect, then the journey is over, right?
Yeah, done. Perfection is a pursuit. It's an aspiration. One can never attain perfection, because
being
it's
in the
only
making
the
is
pursuit.
also that pursuit.
Because
So
there
I
is
love
always
this, in the making.
There's always something beyond perfection that's even more perfect, na? So it's always it's a pursuit, and it's a pursuit that worth having. Anybody worth having in life.
Yeah.
Tell me, what's the best piece of acting advice that you've received, and from whom?
So it was Eric Jacobus. He's not an actor. He is an action director. And he directed action in one of the films that I did. And I was doing rather well. I was doing some action. I had trained for 4 months. And I had a bad knee and all those things. And then he was really happy. He's from the US. And then he was like, you're doing really well. You're doing really good. So I was like, no, I want to do better. So he said that, just stay where you are. You're doing good. Very often I have noticed that in my life, when I get too eager, I lose the plot. फिर वो खराब ही हो जाता है, वो इतना अच्छा नहीं होता.
well said, yeah.
फिर क्या होता है कि फिर अपने ऊपर प्रेशर कि नहीं मैंने अच्छा नहीं किया, अच्छा कर रहा था, फिर यहाँ पे ऐसे टट्टी हो गया. So that was really sound, the best piece of advice I have got in my life regarding this business is like, you know, you're doing good, stay there because it will get better. करते रहने से वो better ही होगा वो. So it also helps me maintain my composure and it's like it's okay, I'm doing good. You know.
It's what you said about staying calm with action.
Yeah.
It's down to
exactly.
that.
Action directors are philosophers, I think. That's what I'm
Takeaway.
realizing.
Yes.
है ना?
What is your best piece of acting advice that's really helped you understand this business?
Yeah, when I was in NSD,
NSD वाले शो ऑफ मारते हैं ना हर
सोच
जगह
रही
बोलते
थी,
हैं.
अब
When I
मैं
was in NSD, when I was in NSD,
ठीक है.
Sour grapes.
हम सब लोग नहीं गए तो हाँ.
Sour grapes. So क्या बोलूँ अब मैं?
When you were
When
in
I was
NSD.
in a acting school.
हम वो दूसरे वाले भी हम लोग इंस्टीट्यूट में थे, हम लोग इंस्टीट्यूट
I'm sorry.
कैसा शो ऑफ मारते हैं लोग.
Oh God.
Yes.
So यार मैं जब एक एक्टिंग स्कूल में जा रही थी.
NSD.
I'm trying to sound
ड्रामा
very
स्कूल है वो,
humble.
एक्टिंग स्कूल है, ड्रामा स्कूल है.
Humble, हाँ. तो यार अभी आगे भी बोलूँगी
नहीं,
वो भी
मार ले,
शो ऑफ ही
शो ऑफ मार
लगेगा
ले,
लेकिन
मार ले.
नहीं,
नहीं,
अभी तो यार पढ़ाने.
Casual.
क्या बोलूँ मैं? Because his daughter Hiba was my batchmate, so he came for the maximum times कि हमें सिखाने के लिए, and he was on visiting, and I think
Not
those-
only that, she's also dropping names.
अभी
Hiba was
देख मुझे
classmate.
पता था इसलिए मैंने बोला. So once I remember, I was doing a play there called Nritrish, okay, and there was this scene where I used to cry, and then people used to clap. So I used to feel very like क्या मैं एक्ट्रेस हूँ यार कि मतलब और हर शो में मैं रोऊंगी और लोग तालियां बजाएंगे. So मुझे पता चला कि नसीर सर इज इन दी ऑडियंस, तो मैंने कहा आज तो मैं फाड़ी दूंगी. तो मैंने 2 शोज थे उस दिन, दोनों शोज में एक वो दैट वाज द ब्लैकआउट पॉइंट वेयर आई वुड क्राई एंड पीपल वुड क्लैप. सो वैसे ही हुआ, मैंने वो किया, आंखों में से टप टप आंसू बह रहे, तालियां. दूसरे शो में भी मैंने किसी ने कहा सर इज सिटिंग अगेन नेक्स्ट शो आल्सो सर इज देयर. सो मैंने कहा अब तो करना ही होगा. तो मैंने दोनों शो एकदम मुझे लगा मैंने तो फाड़ दिया, मतलब हो गया, बात खत्म. And then after that there is a चाय का टपरी outside there, so I'm just waiting there कि अभी वहाँ पे खड़ी थी, and I saw him coming towards me and I'm like I'm ready, yes, दोनों बार तालियां आई हैं, so I'm very happy and all that. So he came to me and I was like जैसे कि मेरा ध्यान ही नहीं है, you know कि मतलब you know ऐसा वाला. तो he came and he said hi Amruta. So I'm like oh hi sir.
Oh like that हाँ.
ऐसा मतलब कि मेरा तो ध्यान ही नहीं था. आप
कौन? मैं अभी भी रोल में हूँ, तुम्हें निकली नहीं हूँ बाहर.
So he's like I saw your show. In fact I saw both the shows. So I'm like yeah, and I was ready for my ears were like ready for the praise, and he said I'm concerned.
Oops.
Oh wow.
I'm like sorry. He said I'm concerned. I said why? He said beta तुमने वही like you were like a machine mechanically doing the same thing again and again. That's why I saw 2 shows. And you were in love with your crying and you were in love with those talia, but you were not trying anything new. So I took a pause there and I was like, okay. So he said,
Did you enjoy that pause?
not really.
Did you overdo
Pregnant
it?
pause.
He was like कैसी pause दे रही मैं, देखो audience. नसीरुद्दीन शाह ऐसा pause लिया क्या तुमने कभी?
No, that was the most awkward pause I would say, but of course the most learning pause was also I would say. And then he said, see beta, I would rather see you failing on stage doing something new rather than doing the same thing just to get claps and doing something in your comfort zone. कि भाई रोना आता है, रो दिया, देखो मेरे आंसू, and then you are happy about that. Does that character require to cry so much there? Just because you can cry, you are thopifying, you are crying on that, and you are getting claps and you are happy. But this happens. This is a very thin line, you know. कितने बार फिर you start repeating yourself because you are doing the same thing which you can do well because you again you know going out of comfort zone. तो उन्होंने कहा बेटा बाण बदलो, like you know you have to change the arrows. You can't use the same arrow for the same character again and again because you have some limited arrows there. You're just taking अच्छा character आ गया, ये arrow ले लो, मार दो, और arrow बैठ गया तो फिर खुश हो जाओ. It's the same arrow. Change your arrows. So like ये this ये यहाँ पे मेरे अटका हुआ है, एंड दैट इज व्हाई व्हेन यू सेड ना कि मुझे क्यों स्लॉट नहीं होना, बिकॉज इफ यू डू सिमिलर काइंड ऑफ रोल्स यू विल बी रिपीटेटिव. यू आर अ ह्यूमन बीइंग, कितना बदलोगे, चेहरा जो है वही है. सो दैट्स व्हाई यू नीड टू चूज different roles so that you can experiment there. That is why choosing different roles is important, and this is the best advice I think.
The number of actors who have quoted him when I've asked this question is just pretty incredible, no? Yeah.
He's only said good things about me, so.
Now who's
And I
showing off?
didn't go to
now see.
NSD.
But
इन
sir,
फिल्म कंपेनियन के साथ में ऐसे 2 बार.
He has
But
3-4 बार भी किया
he's
रहा है.
talked about him as one of the
वो
most
तो
exciting
मेरे
actors.
मुंह पे भी अच्छा बोलते हैं, पीठ पीछे भी अच्छा ही बोलते
and you're not showing off. We
हैं.
know
Crying
that.
inside.
And I can assure
I
you,
am a show off. Look at the way I am dressed. I am total show off, and I am delusional also.
Okay, ठीक है.
that is fantastic.
Thank you.
Nice.
I went to design school.
Oh,
कौन
I
सा
was
वाला?
like eating it.
National Institute of Fashion Technology. I also used to teach design at Wignalley College.
Oh my gosh.
I did not have a British accent then, but I have it now.
Speaking of accents, actually not necessarily, but I feel like the both of you are so musically inclined.
Yeah.
Can we finish this up with a song?
मधुर मधुर थोड़ी थोड़ी
I don't know this
मीठी
answer.
बत्तियों से गोरी, मधुर मधुर थोड़ी थोड़ी
वाह.
मीठी बत्तियों से गोरी, चित चुराए हंसत जाए. गौर फरमाइए.
जी, जी.
चित चुराए हंसत जाए, चोरी कर सिर झुकाए, शीश झुके चंचल लट, गालन को फूले, गालन को फूले फूले,
वाह.
कहत की गुलाब जूही
चंपा
चावला.
चमेली. वाह वाह
I really
वाह.
like Juhi Chawla, so every time I end it with Juhi Chawla.
You are a man of many
Well,
talents.
you didn't expect that, no? You
Not
thought some
at
अंग्रेज
all.
टाइप का ऐसे जसलीन रॉयल निकलेगा मेरे से.
Amruta, you'll
But
say?
now that you know we are talking about this, there's this song in Marathi, which means that you know इस एक ही जन्म में मुझे फिर से जन्म लेना है. एकाच या जन्मी जणू फिरुनी नवी जन्मेन मी, फिरुनी, you can understand, no? नई नवी जन्मेन मी, स्वप्नाप्रमाणे भासेल सारे जातील साऱ्या, लयाला व्यथा भवती सुखाचे स्वप्नील वारे, नाही उदासी नार्थता, ना बंधने वा नाही गुलामी, भीती अनामी विसरेन मी, हरवेन मी, हरपेन मी, हरवेन मी, हरपेन मी, फिरुनी पुन्हा जागेन मी, एकाच या जन्मी जणू फिरुनी नवी जन्मेन मी, फिरुनी नवी जन्मेन मी, फिरुनी नवी जन्मेन मी.
I concede. You can have this burger.
This is why I say this is a pairing that is waiting to happen. I'm telling you guys.
Yeah.
Asha,
Lovely.
if there is a piece of work from your filmography, say someone who's been living under a rock until now is just discovering the both of you,
They're crushed then. They'll be living under-
what is a piece of work that you are very proud of?
I'm proud of everything that I've done. Just Google me. Most recent release. So yeah, start with Duranga
On ZEE5.
on ZEE5.
And you?
I would also say Saas Bahu Achaar Private Limited, because the second season will come someday. So I want you to, start with that series because it's very near to my heart, and I think, I love when people call me Achaar, Achaar. I like that. So अचार तो सबको पसंद ही है, तो अचार देख लीजिए पहले.
Done. And finally, guys, help me complete the sentence.
Yeah.
Gulshan Devaiah is in the making because... ...
Abba dabba jabba.
कुछ तो दे दे.
This is very philosophical. Like you can make your own sense. Abba Dabba Jabba is the greatest dialogue ever written in Indian cinema. It can mean anything.
But what does it mean to you?
It's open for interpretation.
Let's try.
It's a little too deeply philosophical, but you know, थोड़ा जोर लगाओ यार, कोशिश करो.
And you, Amruta Subhash, I am in the making because
to change is life, and I want to be alive. So yeah.
Now that she's given a serious answer,
peer pressure.
and I had some time to think because you got me there. You know, मेरे लिए it's a journey. It's my life and my career particularly is an endless journey. कैसे कहते हैं कि I'm rowing my boat on an endless river. So it's a line from a Pink Floyd song also. I feel like that. मेरे career के बारे में वैसे ही सोचता हूँ. And in small increments, after a point, the improvement is always in small increments, and then that's really important for growth. And I really like that. I want to keep getting better and better as a person, as a burger maker, as an actor, as a craftsperson. So I would really like that to happen. So that's in the making always. Like, you know, there's something a little bit, somebody else will, किसी दूसरे के तजुर्बे से मैंने कुछ सीखा कि somebody else came into my life, or I'm rowing my boat, I hit a rock, and then I have to improvise, I have to fix my boat. Yeah. And maybe one day I'll be like, okay, I'm done rowing, so मैं किनारा करके उतर जाऊंगा.
दूसरे बोट में चले जाओगे?
पता नहीं, I don't know. I think हो गया. So that's like.
But I heard that Jim Carrey said it recently that he wants to now stop acting or something like that. So.
Yeah,
हो सकता है.
it's possible.
It's
It's possible. A lot of them don't
one
have.
One of the interviews maybe.
Have you guys thought about it?
Yeah.
कुछ नया करते हैं?
At some point of time, I think I'll have nothing to give.
कुछ नहीं.
Or I won't have the same passion. वो जो एक आग लेके आते हैं हम, है ना? तो मेरे अंदर जल रही है अभी भी. वैसे नहीं जल रही कि जैसे 2011 में जब मेरी शुरुआत हुई थी, तो वैसे नहीं जल रही, लेकिन जल रही है. वो बहुत ज़रूरी है कि वो आग को जलते रहना बहुत ज़रूरी है. And you find different fuels for it. But after a point, if it's not burning, then I don't see any point.
Correct. That's true. That's true.
तो मैं थिएटर इसीलिए नहीं करता अभी स्टेज पे, बिकॉज कसम से मैंने बहुत सीखा है थिएटर से. इट्स माई टीचर. आई डोंट हैव दिस पैशन फॉर इट एनीमोर टू बी ऑन स्टेज. आई कांट. सो मैं गद्दारी नहीं करना चाहता.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल. आई गेट इट बिकॉज वही उसी ऑनेस्टी के लिए की वजह से तो है. लाइक यू नो, इफ यू स्टार्ट चीटिंग देयर, देन इट्स done with.
I really like how we have discovered clay art together and just created these very adorable samosa meet burger meet achaar.
Yes. उसमें डाल सकते हैं.
अंदर डालना चाहिए.
Try the recipe for your Insta reels.
Actually, but it's like actually. No, you can have this. Shall I put?
Put.
अबे ये तो मैंने सोचा ही नहीं था. Wow, achar and duranga come together.
Lovely.
Give me some achar for my samosa,
please.
Lovely.
But really, guys, more than anything, thank you for your honesty. Thank you for saying it as it is, and also the honesty
it
that
takes
you.
a lot of practice and a lot of rewrites, to be honest.
I can imagine. And honestly, also the honesty that you bring to the screen, which is really where the magic lies. And speaking of being in the making, I want to leave us with the manifesto that's voiced by Manoj Bajpayee. रोज कुछ नया करते.
रोज कुछ नया बनते रहो. इस दौर में सबकी यही कहानी है. हाथों के लकीरों की बात किसने मानी है. दुनिया कहती रहेगी सेटल हो जाओ. तुम अपनी कहानी लिखते रहो. रोज कुछ नया बनते रहो. बुझने ना दो उस आग को, आवाज को, हर जज्बात को. अपनी कहानी को अल्फाज देते रहो. रोज कुछ नया बनते रहो. वो टोकते रहेंगे, वो रोकते रहेंगे, पर तुम पत्थर नहीं जो जम चुके हो. तालाब नहीं जो थम चुके हो. बहते रहो, आकार लेते रहो. रोज कुछ नया बनते रहो, रोज कुछ नया बनते रहो। ZEE5, आज क्या बनोगे?